The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the atmosphere in Los Angeles is about to be engulfed in tragedy when the chain of events on Friday night, April 18th, which seemed to revolve around a small school dance, has the destructive power to sweep through the lives of the Spencer, Forrester, and Logan families like a storm. Below is a full scene of each must-see moment, reproduced in detail, analyzing the causes and effects so that the audience can clearly imagine the severity of the incident that awaits. Suspicious silence, hope, and the fear of losing signal. Liam at the beginning of the episode. Hope Logan sat at the drawing table. Her phone kept flashing, but there were no new messages from Liam. A few hours ago, she had affirmed to Thomas that he was just busy with Kelly, but as the end of work approached, the news gap deepened her panic. From the camera angle, the lights in Forrester's office dimmed, signaling that a long night was about to fall, and for Hope, this night was not peaceful at all. The silent text detail is an emotional firecracker, a hidden signal of disaster. When a soap character misses contact, writers often use it as leverage to send the rest of the cast into chaos, while deepening the emotional distance between Hope and Liam right before tragedy erupts. Steffi and Finn's fateful office conversation while Hope waits breathlessly for news. The audience is transported to the Forrester CEO's office, where Steffi and Finn are having a heated argument. Steffi, her voice filled with frustration, explains that Liam's outpatient doctor, Grace, warned him not to do any strenuous exercise, but Liam stubbornly took Kelly to the prom. Finn is more sympathetic, saying that a good memory is sometimes worth a life, but Steffi retorts, he promised to stay in the audience, but I don't believe him. The door is left open just enough for Hope, who is passing by and accidentally overhearing, to go from surprise to horror. Liam is in the hospital. Analysis. This is the essential reveal step, linking the storylines of Hope, Steffi, and Finn. Liam's ex-Steffi becomes an alternative channel of information, forcing Hope into a passive state. The overheard conversation technique is a classic way to create tension between characters whose trust is already broken. Dangerous determination. Liam and his promise to his daughter flashback takes the viewer back to the afternoon, when Liam stood in front of the mirror, his shirt buttons trembling because of a fleeting headache. He remembered Grace and Bridget's instructions. You're not fit to be discharged from the hospital. Don't do any strenuous exercise. But the image of Kelly in her evening gown, her sparkling eyes, ignited his father's heart. Liam muttered as if swearing, Kelly has endured too much brokenness. Tonight, I'll come no matter what. He hid the painkillers in his inner pocket, called a taxi instead of driving, telling himself that he would just stand by and watch a fragile life begin the disaster. The script deliberately portrays Liam as a tragic hero. His determination is both admirable and reckless. Putting the painkillers in his pocket is a foreshadowing detail. The pills will fall, the bottle will break, or the effect will wear off at the critical moment, all setting the stage for the final twist. The moment Kelly had been waiting for turned into a nightmare. The set changed to a school hall with colorful lights. Kelly, in a sparkling purple dress, kept looking out the door. When Liam appeared, she burst into laughter and ran into her father's arms. The first slow song played. Liam struggled to keep up. His smile was drawn, but his eyes were cloudy. The camera focused on the sweat on his temple. The rotating lights turned into blurred flashes. Then suddenly, Liam fell to his knees. The neon lights cast a trembling shadow on his figure. The music choked. The screams overlapped. Kelly cried "Daddy," while the teacher dialed 911. Analysis. This is the climax of the conflict. The choice of the iconic school dance floor setting, where Kelly's childhood should have been bright, is now obscured by her father's seizure. The public collapse aspect ensures that the secret of the disease can no longer be hidden while deepening Kelly's psychological trauma, a double blow that the screenwriter intentionally dealt to the audience. Brain disorder reveal. No place to hide. The ambulance rushed in, red and blue lights flashing across Liam's pale face. Finn, who had received the alarm, rushed to the scene and ordered the patient to be transferred directly to Memorial Emergency Room. Steffi helped Kelly along, comforting her while crying. At the hospital, Grace informed Hope and Steffi that Liam's brain aneurysm had enlarged, with a risk of rebleeding. He refused surgery because it was too risky, Grace choked out, but now he won't make it without surgery. Analysis. This revelation both explains the seizure and opens up a medical storyline. Soap operas often exploit serious illnesses to push characters into life and death situations, creating space for emotional reunions or separations. The operating room, the door to life and death, Liam's final struggle, close-up of surgery, halogen lights, deep beeping monitor. Finn changes into surgical gown. Grace and Bridget are in the observation room, debating whether to do open surgery or endovascular intervention. Time constraints force Finn to make a bold decision, a combination procedure to clamp the aneurysm and place a stent. In the waiting room, Hope holds Steffi's hand. The two women who were once love rivals now share the same fear of losing Liam. Kelly and Beth are held in Donna's arms, their young eyes filled with tears, unconsciously listening to the resuscitation siren echoing down the hallway. Analysis. This is the identity knot, where the characters temporarily put aside their hatred and reveal their loving nature. Beth's presence emphasizes the double consequence. The two children may be fatherless, while simultaneously increasing the audience's emotions. Is Bold and Beautiful about to send Liam away? The finale promo reveals Finn's hand shaking slightly as he clamps a brain artery, a sign of high risk. Voiceover whispers, will the miracle be big enough to keep Liam? The trailer quickly cuts to Hope screaming as the surgical lights go out, then fades out to an electronic heartbeat that stretches into a straight line. The writers clearly want to instill confidence that the Grim Reaper is about to swing down. The constant reminder that Kelly and Beth will lose their father is not just a simple prediction, but also a test of audience loyalty. Are people ready to accept a Bold and Beautiful without Liam Spencer? In B&B tradition, a pivotal character rarely goes away forever unless it's a ratings boost or an actor's departure. However, the threat of actual death is always a powerful weapon to draw in viewers. The important thing is to make them believe it could happen. And this time, the writers have prepared everything: medical records, public collapse, and dangerous surgery. The chain repercussions, secrets, guilt, and the upcoming split. If Liam survives, he will have to face the consequences of hiding his illness. Hope is hurt by the deception. Steffi is angry that her daughter almost lost her father, and Bill, upon hearing that his daughter is in a coma, may return to his invincible tycoon style and hunt down any doctor who allowed Liam to leave the hospital. On the other hand, if Liam does not survive, the tragedy will open up a matrix of custody disputes, fights over Spencer Publications' assets, and even push Hope into a desperate situation to find comfort in Thomas. Each choice the screenwriter makes promises of continuous turmoil for months to come. Conclusion: Friday's episode, April 18th, is not only Kelly's last dance, it is a life and death turn for Liam and a cruel blow to the extended Spencer, Forrester, and Logan families. Although the outcome of the surgery remains unclear, one truth is clear: secrets cannot be hidden forever. And on the dance floor where the lights just went out, that unfinished song will forever haunt the surviving characters. Get ready, because Bold and the Beautiful is leading the audience into its darkest chapter since Brooke's plane crash years ago, and this time, not everyone is sure to come home. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that a new earthquake is about to shake both Forrester Creations and Brooke's love life, when the name Nick Marone is suddenly whispered back in the corridors of power in Los Angeles. Let's peel back the layers of drama to see how a decision to leave the company that was thought to be just a wind change in career can spark a chain of events that turns the entire Spencer, Forrester, and Logan chessboard upside down. Precarious state of mind. Brooke alone in the glitzy headquarters for weeks. The frame has continuously captured Brooke standing silently next to a fashion model, her hand gently stroking the organza silk, but her eyes are fixed on the glass door waiting for Ridge. Ridge's void is not only an emotional gap, but also a cruel reminder that Brooke is out of place in the very fashion house she is half the glory of. Every time she suggests improving the intimates line, the design committee gently takes note and then moves to the next page, implicitly pushing Brooke into the background. Analysis. Building Brooke into a forgotten soul shows that the screenwriter wants to put the character at a crossroads, either fiercely demanding rights or leaving. The feeling of repeated helplessness is a strong catalyst, making viewers ready to sympathize if she announces her departure. The love story revives like a new wound on the other end. Forrester's internal media continuously posts photos of Ridge walking with Taylor Hayes in a series of charity events. Without dialogue, one can see the pure family mark that Ridge tried to paint. For Brooke, who was once known as Ridge's fated bride, this is the most painful blow. She not only lost the man she loved, but was also replaced by an ideal version in the eyes of the public. Analysis. The contrast between the press flashbulbs shining on Taylor and the darkness of the hallway stretching over Brooke's shoulders creates a contrast that ignites jealousy, an indispensable factor that pushes Brooke to make a bold decision when Nick appears. Echoes from the past. Nick Marone returns and the promise of forever. When rumors of Nick's arrival in LA Bay spread across social media, Brooke was momentarily confused. Was he coming back for his maritime work or for her? Their history was marked by stormy nights at sea and a stormy kiss on the deck of the shady Marlin II. Nick has never been shy about saying it bluntly. At Forrester, you are just a muse for others to paint. Be the queen of your own life. Now he's back, bringing with him a plan to build a luxury yacht brand that incorporates a line of environmentally friendly recycled fabrics, a stage where Brooke can shine without having to bow to the Forrester clan. Analysis. Nick isn't a replacement for the whole Ridge left behind. He represents a free and bold choice that taps into Brooke's desire to be respected. His return sets up a metaphor, leaving the Forrester fashion ship to step onto the deck of the Marone adventure boat. This is a rich visual symmetry that will easily be etched in the audience's mind. Paradise or Silk Prison. Although Brooke is a capital partner and the best-selling promotional face, the actual voting power on the board is still heavily skewed towards Ridge, Steffi, and Thomas. Recently, some cost-cutting decisions have completely removed Brooke's bedroom line from international shows, under the pretext of restructuring but actually reducing her influence. In addition, the marketing department secretly replaced the face of the iconic Brooke fragrance with Paris, a hidden message: you are no longer alone. Analysis. When ego damage accumulates, a small spark is enough to ignite. The details of removing the name, changing the model, are small but continuous needles, leading to the explosion of the scenario. Brooke signs her resignation letter right on the conference table, creating the classic mic drop scene. Chain reaction on social media. Fans are fiercely divided. As soon as blogger at Soap Insider posted the line, "Will Nick Marone save Brooke from Forrester?" Twitter exploded. #TeamBrooke. It's time for the beautiful lady to find a place that appreciates her talent. Forrester is not worthy of treating her like that. If Brooke leaves, who will sell the goods? Don't let emotions drag down the Forrester Creations legacy. Waiting for BRN reunion for a decade. Give us a new adventure on the high seas. Analysis. Fans are the rating thermometer. The polarization of public opinion unintentionally creates free advertising for the storyline, forcing the producer to increase the drama to meet the huge amount of discussion. Brooke agreed to cooperate, leaving Forrester in tears, but with a self-controlled smile. Ridge was confused. Taylor feared that the love triangle cycle would recur. Nick boldly proposes in the company lobby, turning the moment of resignation into a live proposal, creating a tabloid headline, "Fashion Vows to Love." Forrester counterattacks. Steffi hires a lawyer to freeze Brooke's shares, leading to a legal battle. Brooke is forced to choose, fight for her rights, or let go of everything to start over with Nick. The more intense the script is, the longer it will hold the audience. In particular, the legal line will open the door for Bill Spencer to intervene in the notorious media mogul, igniting the war with another layer of power. Widespread impact. Domino's emotions throughout Los Angeles. Hope loses her career support if her mother leaves the company, forced to rely entirely on Thomas, the seed of a rekindled love. Is her love for Taylor strong enough when her heart is still wavering because of her fated partner? Steffi must maintain her fashion empire amid the media crisis. Forrester turns his back on one of its iconic founders. Nick faces the risk of his Marone shipping company being dug up by Spencer Publications if Bill tries to save his future daughter-in-law, Hope, by destroying Brooke's partner. Like a butterfly effect, Brooke's personal decision could create a superstorm that will engulf the entire cast, ensuring multiple parallel storylines for the next season. All the clues point to one thing: Brooke is on the brink of the biggest change in her life. Nick Marone is not just a ghost of an old flame returning, but the key that opens the door to the final exit from Forrester Creations, where she was loved but not respected. Will Brooke take the risk, let the ocean breeze blow away the dust of vanity and find herself again? Or will she cling to her legacy and once again be tied down by her old flame Ridge? Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes, because when Brooke signs her divorce papers from Forrester, the entire Los Angeles fashion world could change with just one send click. And when the catwalk lights close behind her, we will witness a new dawn or a destructive storm, depending on the final choice of the golden bride of bold and beautiful.
Oh.